All right. And welcome everybody to another episode of Shadow City Mysteries House of Skye, episode 38, in fact. Where we bounce around the city of Soretta, also known as Shadow City, with a fun-loving family as they discover what hides in the shadows and other stuff. So, uh, recently, the family has successfully conquered a curse, defeated a mortal enemy of the family, and has now gone about their merry business of setting up a fabulous soiree. Um, and I'm getting ready for that. But before we jump into a Friday afternoon for the family, let's find out who's here. So, first up, Ariel.
It's terrifying to be first. Hi, I'm Ariel Caston. I play Reggie Wren, a counterweight infiltrator with the Brass Consortium, and emotions are dumb.
Emotions are dumb. It's true. Word. Matt Walsh.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt Walsh. I play Ignatis Iveson. He's a savant, a member of the Cult of Tenebris, and he reads crime scenes like a book and people like an instruction manual in a foreign language.
All right. These intros are getting better and better every week somehow. Winston.
I'm Winston. I'm playing Peryn Skye, mind speaker mystic of the Church of Astra, and I hope Eston takes us someplace nice for dinner.
That's wishful thinking. And last but not least, Matthew Bell.
Yeah, Matthew Bell. I'm playing Veron Reconnects, a Society of Ravens face and advocate for the House of Skye's family. I don't have
Very
a kitchen
nice.
quip this week.
No kitchen. No good. Yeah, I think kind of we hyped up and then it's all right.
Bringing up
we ebb and flow.
I'm used to being going first, and now I'm going last. Everybody's
it throws it all off. It's character roulette. We're just gonna.
Hey, at least you said the whole thing, so
it's true. It's true. At least you started.
Yeah.
Was the So, and before I jump to who be me, I want to give a shout out to the folks behind the scenes, the incredible team behind Shadow City Mysteries. Game design and writing, Stephen Chaney and Brandon Stoddard. Tarot design and additional writing, Rabbit Stoddard. Character art, Adam Schubert. Tarot art, Luana Zara. And UI and graphic art, Flor Ciortino of The Wanderer's Tome. And I am Christopher Mefsud. I'll be your game master and host this evening. If you are tuning in and you tune in every week and you haven't been following us or subscribing or whatever, please do and share it with your friends and family if this is their thing. That'd be much appreciated. Also, if you're tuning in this week for the Idle Champions code for a free what is this here? Electrum chest. The Electrum chest for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. The code this week and the phrase that pays is, or just put it down here at the bottom. I like it when it pops up at the bottom. There we go. Bag leaf otic, or you can put exclamation point code, though it is pinned already in the Twitch if you're there. So it should already be there for you, waiting there lovingly for you to grab and use in your game. It is Spag Leaf Otic, also the beginning of a curse or a magic spell of some form. But there you go. Enjoy your Electrum chest for this week for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, and many thanks for their support and your support. And also, if you don't want to miss out on one of these chests every week, and this is why you tune in, give us a follow, and it'll alert you. You'll get a little message. It'll be like, bing, get your chest. All right. Anyway. All right. So it is now Friday afternoon. Friday morning was busy doing stuff. A number of folks have different projects going on. Things have kind of slowed down, right? I mean, y'all have it like, life is kind of, just a matter of being rich now and then taking care of a bunch of rich people if you're not actually part of the family and you're just getting paid by the rich people. And then looking into getting a soiree off the ground, letting other people know that you've defeated your family's mortal enemy. looking into stuff that you probably should have looked at into like the first week you stayed at the house. But whatever. Priorities, whatever. So what are folks thinking about doing Thursday afternoon? Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie is going to go to the Brass Rose. And when she was at Slag Stadia getting punched in the face the night before, she heard a bunch of people talking about the cops and how it's a lot easier to get to places they might want to get to do things. So now she's going to try to see if she can catch any like upper class whispers about the cops or who's coming into town that they're moving the cops around for, or the Skye soirée or anything else that might be of interest. But that's kind of her order of operations.
Sounds interesting. Ignatis, what would you be busted into this afternoon, Friday afternoon, before you got to pay all the bills?
I'm not used to being second, so that caught me a bit off guard. Based on the information we got from Ellis Swift about, maybe curses reappearing, I want to follow up on the name Victor Rook. I don't know whether I know any information about him or not, or whether I need to get back to the house to do research for that. So,
okay, no, I'll hit you up. I know what we got to be doing there. All right, cool. And Peryn, what you up to?
Peryn has what he considers the monumental task of getting the Elder Crane to allow at least him access to the records of the Inquisitors in regards to the cult.
Well, you just want to get access to the records of the Inquisitors. From there, you could basically do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. And for Veron,
I am interested in reconnecting with an old friend of mine who lives here in the city. Makia Millerbird is a travel agent and an old friend, and just kind of check in on them.
All right, sounds groovy. Let us start. Well, let's just go back to the top again. Get ready, folks. We're just going to do the thing like normal here. So, Reggie, you're going to head over to you're already downtown, I believe, if I remember correctly.
In the morning, I was looking at Eston's records, but
so you did get dropped. Well, it's easy enough to get dropped downtown.
Yeah.
All right, you get dropped down. Hans does one of his routes back and forth or whatever. He'll figure it, picks you up, drops you off downtown at the Brass Rose. Anything you want to say to Hans while you're in the car, or awkward tapping while you listen to music?
Hey, Hans.
Mm-hmm.
Is my dad the reason that we're having to make amends to the Society of Ravens, or is that separate?
No. Your father wasn't highly involved with the Society of Ravens.
No, but I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say I was looking through Eston's notes on him, and I know he was pulling some favors, and that was making some people angry. So I wanted to know.
Oh, Eston does a lot of things to make people angry. But that in particular wasn't, I believe, one of them. Keep in mind that many of Eston's actions compound on each other. So usually, mostly to obfuscate what he does, he tends to make many moves at once. But your father's business was more personal to him, and one that he took very seriously to try and remedy.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll let you get back to listening to your music. You got some jazz rhythm going on.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like these tunes. They're different than, you don't get to hear them. We spend a lot of time abroad, so catching up on the latest hits here in Soretta is a pleasure.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yes. And you continue to drive tapping out of beat to the fine tunes. He takes this as like a nod to turn up the volume, which he normally does. He just keeps it usually at a, so he turns it up and taps a little bit louder out of place, as if he does have a rhythm and a beat to go along with it. You arrive at the Brass Rose. Brass Rose is a Friday afternoon, is not in full swing, but the Brass Rose is starting to popping off. People who know to get in early and score themselves an early seat, but also be buying drinks, have already kind of slid into the operation. So there are folks there. Obviously not their top tier performers are there on the stage, but they still a good selection, even for a Friday afternoon. Bartenders are, prepping, and so you have your regular bartenders there, but then your other your evening shift is kind of just getting their prep going for the night ahead. Anybody particular you're looking for? What are we? I know you're saying like looking for. I know you're looking for info. I'm just curious. Is there any particular folks you're eyeballing for? Anything like that? Yeah. Tell me how are we approaching the scene? It's a good mix of folks within the Brass Rose Cabaret tonight or this afternoon. So,
I guess since we think that the police being moved might be like politician wise, if there's anybody who looks like they're in that level of government or who might be chatting about it, just kind of.
Yeah. So are you eavesdropping, or are you trying to pick up a conversation? So just curious how we're approaching it. Are you
I think she would start off eavesdropping. If there was something that she was like, oh, I need to grab onto this and talk to someone more, she would definitely go up to them and be like, hey, buy you a drink. But
okay, give me a first. Give me an insight for the room itself.
Of course, it's a 6.
Cool. Give me a percept. Well, I mean, okay, so 6 is a defeat, right? I always like to say anything over 5, you get something, right? So the rooms, you're not picking up anybody particular for the information you're looking for, but there is a lot going on in the room right now. So I think we'll give you go ahead and go to perception roll to kind of move around the room and kind of hear stuff. But you're not able to narrow in on anybody right away.
All right. Perception is a 9. I think I have a sneak attack dice I can use.
We would now roll for initiative. All right, cool.
No, for to add skilled sneak to it.
Okay, that's how we get information out of here. We just sneak attack people.
I can do that. I mean, if you'd like, I'll happily.
We are not prepared for that tonight, so we will go with adding your sneak attack dice. Yeah, what's the ability? Call it out.
It's a skilled sneak, which means that I can add a sneak attack dice, a 1d6 to a dexterity, intelligence, or wisdom check, or a charisma check for me because I'm a counterweight at the Brass Consortium. However, I rolled a 1, so that just brings me up to 10.
10's good. 10 is better than 9, and it is twice as good as 5. So therefore, a piece of information can be gathered from such things. You don't get maybe it's for the perception of the insight is you hear information, but you don't necessarily get the idea that you could swoop in and maybe get more information out of it, right? So things that you do hear is you're not hearing much. You do hear complaints from like folks that maybe consider work in the political sphere about the having to deal with complaints from the residents of some of the, again, poorer or lower side of I want to say lesser side, like, less privileged side of the city, right? But they do hear them saying that, like, I don't know what they're complaining about. We don't have any problems where we live, right? So very much a dichotomy going on there, where the efforts of the police tend to be more towards, again, the more affluent and richer side of the city. From the criminals, you hear some time. I won't say they're criminals. So folks So folks that may be involved in some criminal activity are saying that they're taking advantage of the situation, right? Like scores have been great, blah blah blah. There is still a lot of rumblings about people going missing, and when you hear, it's more like a couple weeks ago you read about it in the paper, people were missing, but nobody really felt it. Recently, it feels like more and more people know somebody who knew somebody, right? Like it's becoming more and more of a thing where people are starting to get effective and people are starting to say something like out loud to people of import. But it seems like it's falling on deaf ears. So they're not getting the results that they would normally expect from the city. So that's it. Any other question particularly we're looking for, information you might be listening out for? That would perk your ear, right? Like, again, I could probably give you a million useless pieces of information as well. Like,
I think, Reggie generally in her life prior to Eston, or prior to remembering Eston, would have just looked for scores of like, oh man, I really need to get this, or something like swoop and grabs that she could do. But I think she is a bit more focused on family business right now. So just anybody talking about the Skye soirée?
There are people that they're not. You get the impression that they're talking about the Skye soirée without calling it the Skye soirée. They heard that there is. Have you heard rumor or not rumors? Have you had word that there's a family, up and coming family, not sure which one? Because keep in mind that like among the upper echelons, of course, they know who the Skye family is, but the normal average citizen, like I hear that one of the households out in Silverwoods is being refurbished and whatever, and there's going to be a big to do of it. I'm not sure. Only the best are being invited to it, and there's going to be fabulous. I hear those puppets might even be performing at the soirée. Oh my, they got them to perform. How fascinating! Oh, wonder what other antics could be going on at such a thing. Is like, and then I wonder if it's one of those like secret parties where they all wear masks and like robes and everything like that. And then somebody goes, robes. Did you hear like there's been sightings of people with robes? I was like, oh, you think that family is involved or whatever? And then like lots of bits and bobs all over the place as far as that all goes. So
all right, I'm gonna try one more thing just for the police angle. I'm gonna go up to the bartender. Hey friend, how you doing tonight?
Not bad. It's just nights. Days just getting after the early nights is getting started here. what's how can I what can I help you with?
I was just wondering if you've heard any people talking about the police who they might be moving around for. I know you probably don't want to tell me, but
no, it's a wanna. We don't. We're not like the rat's nest, right? Like we don't actually get a lot of cops in here. Or if we do, they're not. We don't know them because most of the cops are masked, right? So we don't usually know or identify. I mean, there might be some here, but I'm not aware of any.
I wasn't looking so much for the cops, but like the people who use them like chess pieces.
Yeah, that's interesting. Give me. I mean,
I'll like slide like some money his way.
Yeah, give me. Go ahead. Give me a persuasion with advantage. It's fine.
Oh, with advantage. Okay. Well, I rolled it once. That was a 7. So let me roll it again.
7's still better than 5. So that's good.
That was another 7. And I'm going to use another sneak die to try to add a d6 to that skilled sneak,
all right,
which is a 5, which brings me up to 12.
12. That is much better. Yeah. Hold on one second. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to type. I can't see. Okay.
Your dice are on fire tonight. You've rolled a 2, a 5, a 1.
It's I thought I broke the curse last week, but apparently not. It was just trying to catch me off guard.
That's right.
Always, it's
Sneak
a
attack.
yeah, sneak attack. Yeah, it's exactly. It's smoke bomb. Yeah, it's always luring you in with a false sense of security. I can roll it. No, I can roll nothing. Yeah, it's no, but at 12, he's like, I'm not really sure. I know from my understanding, it's not coming from City Hall. Like we got a lot of City Hall folks. There's City State Hall. This is the governor's part of the city, and they're complaining about how they don't actually have a lot of control over what's going on, and that when they've looked into complaints, they're getting blocked, or they're putting in requests and they're just not getting answered or whatever. So, but who's doing it? I don't know. I mean, I don't know who has more power over the governor's office than I mean, maybe the church, but I mean, who? Right?
Yeah, that's super helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then she is going to drink until it's time for dinner.
Oh, all right. Yeah. For dinner tonight, you only know Eston was very excited. He said he had a great meal planned. He did not tell you the restaurant. He only told you the address to arrive at in the evening. So you only have that going for you. Unless you want to make a history roll and maybe
Sure.
see if you've ever heard of this address before.
I'll waste my one good roll on history. I bet it's going to happen with my mind. No, that is a 0. I've lost the address, and I'm gonna end up.
Yeah, you think it's more like you think you know of the place. Like it's like you think it's like a sizzler, right?
Okay.
Like, yeah. But like
literally before.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't think that was possible.
Oh, many things are possible.
I have in -1.
So. Oh, okay, that makes some sense then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's more like you think it's this chain of restaurants, but then you realize that you don't realize it. You think it's still there, like it's the last standing of this restaurant, but there's no more of these restaurants have been shut down for a while. There's no the restaurant you think you're walking into is not the restaurant you're going to be going to this evening. So there you go. Which I don't think exists anymore, so I can say that all I want to, right? Whatever.
It doesn't. No.
Or there's one, and it's like in Anchorage, Alaska, somewhere, right? Anyway, Ignatis, you're short-term memory here. You're doing something. What was?
I want to follow up and lead with Victor Rook.
Victor Rook.
Yeah. So you
sort of you know that Victor. I mean, you had the Victor Rook name from your
Frederick's notes.
Frederick's the cousin, pseudo cousin. No, his cousin, right? No, whatever. Relative who is not your grandfather, but the one named after your grandfather. His notes of his duel and. Oh, all right, that's good to know. And Victor Rook, you think there's some tie to Victor Rook and the Gray family, but you don't know a lot other than that, right? I think there was a little bit of correlation there. So
yeah, my suspicion is it has to do with stuff we may already know, but I kind of want to tie up the loose end to
sure. Yeah. You go. Give me a history investigate. We'll do a couple different things. Yeah. So give me a history roll.
Okay. History. That is an 11.
11. All right. Yeah. You're able to. I recall like you've heard like as a private investigator and you've heard that name, the Rook name before. You know that they're tied to some of the richer families. You're not 100% sure if they're Society of Raven folks or used to be Society of Raven folks. Again, just because you're in a family doesn't mean that everybody in your family is in the society, right? Some get accepted and some don't. but you know that they exist in Soretta. They not like the Greys, right? That kind of like got pushed out or whatever. You do believe that they do have ties to the Grey family, maybe cousins or loose connections there. Give me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Is this
a dirty 20?
Dirty 20. Okay, great. You're able to track down a couple different. It seems that Victor Rook lived in a couple different places in the city. You're able to at least think you track down the most recent location for them. It's not something within the time frame that you're spending this afternoon to like run over there and then have a direct conversation. But you could either send a message, a letter, make a call. Well, maybe not a call. Well, you could leave a message at the residency, or you could make a plan to go there at some point in the future. As far as like location goes, but you could also any information particularly looking to find out about them besides location.
Well, I mean, location. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not going to be able to have the conversation today, then I would send a message saying that, I'm Ignatis Iverson. I'm an investigator. I'm investigating some misdeeds of the Skye family, and I was told that you may have some information about them.
Okay, so that's easily done. Any other questions you could ask that would not necessarily involve directly with them? I could answer probably a couple other things.
Well, just I mean, like so the Rook family was related to the Grey family, they weren't related to the Skye family. I guess.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So obviously Fedric was frustrated because Victor Rook knew something, but he wouldn't tell him. Was their relationship like? I guess I might not know this, but like, was it like a strained relationship, or were they just? Because Victor Rook warned him not to look into it, basically.
Correct. The information you get is that Victor Rook, the more you look into it, Victor Rook was the person who ended up killing Fedric in a duel.
Oh, okay. That is information. Okay. And I guess my suspicion would be that the duel is probably related to Fedric following up on this, or is there any information about what the duel specifically was about?
It was no, there's not a lot of ton of information that's like recorded. Duels are recorded, right? Like because they're legally sanctioned in the city. But the reasons behind aren't always formally, but like it's like slight against the family or whatever, or for honor. It seemed to be like an honor duel was the reasoning for the duel. But the specifics behind whose honor, what exactly was being fought for or against there is not specified.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there is there any information about the other members of the Rook family, or any because I assume Victor would be older than me, any younger generation or anything like that?
Oh yeah, he's significantly older than you. The younger generation, not so much. Rook doesn't have any children. There are, yeah. I mean, with the visit, you're able to find there are other Rooks in the city that are related to him, that are like cousins and nephews and so forth, but nobody directly linked there. The thing you can't find historically is, because you know enough information about Grey, is Isabel Grey was a direct cousin to Rook, Victor Rook.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's good enough for me then.
Excellent. And then you're going to head over to the address. Do you want to make a history roll to see if you know the address?
See if I think it's Sizzler. 11.
11.
Going to Sizzler.
You're not going to Sizzler. The best that you know is that it's you're not that familiar with. It's not a place that you've gone to, but you know it's like a bar, like it's something bar. You don't know the exact title. It's not it does not sound like from what you know of that address and location that'd be a fancy meal for sure. It'd probably be but you don't bar food? Who knows? Something. Yeah. So yeah. All right. I'm gonna go opposite way. I'm lying to you, Wentz. I'm gonna go to Veron and then I'll go to Peryn.
I see how it's gonna be. All right.
Messy up a little bit. Veron, you're checking in on your friend. Now remember you mentioned they haven't been on screen, but they have actually. They joined you very early on. They joined you for a drink at the Brass Rose once when you had this special invite. You went and checked out shows at the Brass Rose.
True.
So
that's true.
Your good friend Makia Millerbird
right
was available to you at one point in time before. So but yeah, where do you want to meet? What's the
well, so it's a Thursday?
It's Friday afternoon.
Oh, it's Friday. Okay, yeah. So I she's a travel agent, so I assume she works down, near the airport. Maybe not.
Near the airport / dirigible / the transit area
in the Ashfield.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I would, if just because they're traveling. I would say that they actually, because
you're right.
I think they'd probably be in a nicer part of town. Not to say right. That's not nice, but I don't know if you've ever trounced around areas around an airport. They're usually not.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So wherever they are, if they're in the Highline Plaza or something like that, maybe they.
Sounds great.
Wherever they are, I don't know.
So you go to meet them where they are. Get some coffee over that way.
Go grab a happy hour.
A happy hour. All right, fine. Yeah, head over to get yourself a happy hour, and so she's there. She meets you. You're tipping some cocktails, and tot tails. It's a leftover from the ye old house of tots.
The old original house of tots.
Tots, that's right. It's just vodka. It's what it is. It's made from tots, right? So
right. Vodka in a trough.
With like a skewer with just some tots that are in it that are like so
just
soggy
tots.
that they're coming apart.
That's right. Yeah, it's delicious. So she's like, so Veron, how's life been treating you?
Ah, man. So I took this job. Did I tell you about this job?
A little bit. It got you access to the Brass Rose. That's how we got those really nice seats.
So right. So early on, it was like, man, this job is great. I'm working for kind of so it's the Skye family. I don't know do you remember them from like back in the day?
Yeah. I mean, they used to be pretty affluent here in the city.
Yeah, so they sponsored a building over at the law school in Soretta, and but they haven't been around in a while. So the uncle or whoever came back to town after the other lady passed away. I can't remember her name. I should know that. He'll probably quiz me on it later. But yeah, and then like it was cool and everything was fine. All the kids are a little bit transient. Which is okay, right? Like they kind of got abandoned, and so he's kind of picking up the scraps. So I guess that's somewhat a happy story for them, but it's kind of weird. I don't know. You wouldn't think that a society person would ever let it get to that point, though.
Well, who's the family I knew is Marzita and
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but they were socialites. I mean, her husband was a propagandist, filmmaker, producer.
Yeah.
And used to own. He used to be in charge of some theater. He started off in the theater, and got some renowned. The former governors quite liked his work. I think he even received some award back in the day. From not from the autarch directly, but from one of his ministries. I think Ministry of the Arts. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Maybe I should try to dust up one of those old films. I wonder if
Well, they're quite interesting. I mean, as a craft, the style and work that he did was amazing. It was more questionable was the content, though.
Yeah,
I hear later on some of the choices he made didn't necessarily make the government happy. So,
I don't know. Heston seems to be a bit of a troublemaker. Maybe he would appreciate a viewing of some of those later films.
Heston, yeah. All I recall is the family itself was way more influential back a couple generations back, and then there was I think there might have been another one. I think there were 3 children or whatever, and then this one Eston that you speak of flittered in and out of the city. But I'd always just assumed that when Marzita passed, wasn't that long ago, about a month ago, that the family was kind of just they were done. She was the last, but I guess the other one, I guess this Eston you speak of is still around. So I mean,
yeah, and apparently has a bunch of, I don't know, spawn spread all over the dang city. He's calling them all together again, and
well, it's not too surprising. I that a lot of the folks who just have a lot of money and influence and just able to live their life carefree, I guess.
Yeah, must be nice. So where are people traveling to these days, man?
Well, not the war zones. Occasionally, when the war pauses or there's a ceasefire or arranged or whatever, you see a little bit of movement in those spaces as people try to either capitalize on business or try to create a tourism industry there that doesn't necessarily need to exist. But right now, Iskagar is definitely off the list, as Tizgin's off the list. Right now, the people really enjoy going up more north, where it's a little bit colder. It's just nice. It's nice this time of year. So
one of these days, maybe once I work this job for a while, I'll get to go take a vacation or something. Nice.
Yeah, and then of course people like to go to the coast here. So a little bit, we're more centrally located, so they like to go off to the coast. But that's actually the next couple of months will be more appropriate for that kind of travel. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, otherwise, just working this job. Oh man, God, it got crazy though. Like the I'm pretty sure the family's cursed. Like, and they like playing it off, but like legit, I think they're cursed.
Well, a lot of families said that we're cursed. I mean, that's a common thing to say. Our family's cursed. Sometimes it's just bad luck. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I go to church, like on holidays and when appropriate. Curses do happen. I mean, the gods, frown upon it, but I'm sure those are just stories told to keep people in line, right? I mean,
right?
We know better than that. I mean,
have you been over to the ponies?
So far, just to watch some training sessions.
Yeah.
And as things are starting to get ramped up, it's still a little ways away for the cup, but I know the city is definitely prepping. You can see some of the establishments closer to the arena are getting ready for the bigger crowd to be coming in. I already the prices are going up all over the place. So if you know anybody who's coming into town for the cup, you should definitely tell them to book sooner than later. The inflated prices are 2-3 times the normal rates that you'd expect.
Maybe I should get a second job just driving a car around for it or something.
Oh, that's an industrious way of doing things. I probably wouldn't be bad, though. I would make sure not to get on the bad side of the taxi union.
Yeah, those guys can be kind of tough sometimes.
Yeah, there was a company that was trying to come in and offer ride shares, and they actually started following those people around the city and beating them up. Their attacks. Yeah, this was actually a thing. So I don't. Yeah. Don't recommend it. Maybe more dangerous than you think. Well, yeah, probably more.
I mean, I'm always looking for a side hustle,
Yeah, well, I do you have any other ideas going on that besides?
I got a lion on a horse I'm going to train up. It's a young foal. It's probably about a year old, but I think probably in a couple months or something like that, I could get it to the point where if not the Kestrels, then one of the teams coming into town might need some.
That sounds a lot safer than picking up a ride-share taxi service here in the city.
So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah, if you know anybody who's a good horse trainer, I'm supposed to find a trainer for it. So
that I could actually get a line on for you. That's definitely
sweet.
Possible. Yeah. I know some folks back from my university days.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. They didn't quite go pro, but they ended up training.
I got you. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, what's going on with you these days?
Just keeping the business going. I mean, again, it's quite lucrative right now with the cup coming in and getting people set up for different where they're going to be staying, the activities they're going to be doing. Things are popping up all over the place for this, so it's quite lively within the city. And then not much else to speak of per se. I mean, lots of stuff gets said around me, but I don't always know whether or not people are just boasting or actually telling the truth or what have you.
Oh, come on, you can't leave me hanging. What hit me with one?
Recently there's been an influx of folks to the city from like I said, people have been going out of the city, but a lot of folks have been coming into the city as well, from all over the world. So a lot of different especially with the church, I've been organizing a lot of things for the Church of Astra for individuals to be coming in. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else I can? Do you think is Feronx? It is above the board now. Is there anything Feronx looking for specifically? Is you seeing like?
No, just I'm just trying to get any leads or anything new that might be interesting or unusual that this contact might have a particular bent on.
Yeah. As far as again
just the geopolitical aspect. Maybe
sure. So there's a lot of church activity she mentions, and then there's also folks national government wise, lots of folks coming in that are preparing to come in for the cup. So a large number of ministers of the different ministries are coming in, planning to travel in. She suspects, she's not sure, but the Autarch probably, she makes that I'm sure the Autarch will make an appearance and shut down the entire city for them being here
matches.
For one of the matches. Yeah, probably the most important one. Probably like one of those second or third game, where it's really important that don't lose, but them being there, of course, will be the reason why they're going to succeed. And then if they lose, then everyone's like,
and it's a curse, right? Yeah,
it's a curse, right? Yeah. So,
and it'll be the only game they lose.
The only game they lose, and then they'll come back. Yeah, and then it's weird how that works, but yeah. The whole city will shut down though. Everyone will be really angry, not able to get around. There'll be like couple hour waits to get into the polo match beforehand, even though they had tickets and everything like that. They paid hundreds of dollars for, or 50s of dollars, I guess, back in that time.
Right.
Would have been
ye olde
times. So affordable, where tickets were slightly affordable. So there'll be that going on. So yeah.
All right. Well, good. I'll try to brush up on my Iskander. or whatever.
Yeah, the big notes from her are definitely the movement of church officials into the city from all over. Maybe there's some kind of conference or other things going on, but nothing that's seems to be like openly talked about. So there's folks coming in doing whatever. Politically, ministers will be coming. Potentially, the Autarch will come. They're like. There's a ton of ministries, right? All handling different things, and there's representatives already within the city. So having the heads of certain ministries coming, she doesn't know the exact name. So if you wanted to, you could not right this moment, but in the future, look into specifically
which ministers are showing up,
which moves and why. Yeah. And then, I mean, again, even though they're at one note is that there are countries that are sending their polo teams to the city at some point, so there will be foreign dignitaries coming as well.
Right.
Some of them that don't normally have access to Vesipon as a whole normally. Right, they're getting special
slightly monitored.
Yeah, most likely. So there's that.
Awesome. Well, hey, it was great catching up with you. I appreciate you, taking some time, having a drink with me. If you ever find yourself up in Silverwood, or whatever.
Well, of course. I was, I visit. I have some clients that like to do face-to-face. Some of the older families don't like to step out on their own.
Oh. Yeah. Well,
so
I'll say. We'll catch up again sometime soon, and let me know if you, come across anything interesting.
Definitely. Yeah. Now that I know, and again, I'll look into that trainer for you and see who I can pass your way. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Have a good one, Veron. And then across the way in another part of town, not as fancy, not as cool as everybody else. It's not true. It's still nice.
Not as ostentatious.
Not as ostentatious, exactly. And a more churchy kind of part of town, more modest part of town. Peryn is snooping around, looking for Elder Crane, and you were able to get word or track down where he's located. He's at not the Basilica, but he's at one of the churches. There's a lot in the city, so pretty much every it's still in a good part of town. It's not in the lower end side. Though you have heard that he has made visits pretty much to all the churches, or most of the churches within the city at some point in time. Now they've been here a few weeks, but you're able to track him down. He's just talking with some of the clergy of one of the churches when you arrive, and Sister Sparrow is not too far off, which is not uncommon. So
yeah.
Oh wait, no, you don't get to say nothing. Hold on a second. Because I've had this image and I don't think we haven't shared it anywhere other than with you guys. So hold on, let me just do this real fast.
Big reveal.
Oh wait.
Oh,
I didn't realize everyone was actually on. I thought I'd add people, and then I'm removing people. So hold on a second. So yeah, big reveal. So
nice.
Yeah. So this is Elder Crane and Sister Sparrow.
That's great.
Yeah, the in all of their churchy glory. So
Sister Sparrow would mess somebody up.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and has.
Off screen she's had.
Off screen.
Yeah, it's just yeah. All right. So there's nice. I just wanted to show. Only because I've had this for months and I haven't posted it on social media, so I'm gonna share that with anybody. But it'll be in the book. Actually, it's the truth. I guess there was an image I showed a couple weeks ago of the book. But anyway, so he's looking all stern and grumpy with talking to the clergy. There's no raised voices or anything like that. Sister Sparrow is not really. I mean, she's paying attention only because she's always paying attention to him, but kind of just looking about the church as a pseudo bodyguard, I guess, for for him, but it's not very threatening. The parishioners of this church do not see the most threatening of folks. There's a few folks coming in and out, praying to the different altars of the gods. This church isn't particularly geared towards any one of the gods. It's multi-representational.
Okay. So if it weren't for some of the special training that he got with Anuna Brightway, he probably would be a lot more nervous and might be muttering to himself words of confidence. But he seems to be a little bit more composed here. He does, however, utter a slight prayer under his breath to aid or to give guidance to his persuasion of the elder in his cause.
Got it. All right. So yeah, that's fine. You cast guidance. Again, you could do it a little bit slightly before you walk in.
Yeah, that's what he's kind of doing. He's kind of getting himself ready.
Yeah. Do you do? I mean, it's not really a stealth thing. You do it beforehand, so you don't see anybody really notices. Again, most people in the church, even though the miraculous or whatever is believed or whatever, don't pay attention to these kind of things. And remember, in the city itself, most magical effects are written off as science or just weird occurrences.
There's a member of the clergy saying a prayer, so
yeah.
Don't imagine that's going to be too out of the ordinary.
No, not really. No. So so you approach Elder Crane. He notices you, and he turns to he goes, that answers most of my questions. Thank you, gentlemen. And he walks away from them. And it heads over to you. He's like, Peryn,
Elder Crane.
Skye, how can I help you?
Since this is kind of a project, I'm going to go ahead and treat it like adding to the project. I'm going to start off with the insight to see if I can kind of gauge where he is in gauge a good opportunity for having this conversation, best way to approach it.
Let me just check one thing real fast.
Okay.
Actually, I have stats for him now, so I just want
to. Oh, that's less good. Stats mean he can resist.
That's what I was just double checking.
I don't like that. Don't like that at all.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. Go ahead.
So I rolled a 19 for
that's good.
Insight.
That is a success. So you're, the best I can say is you get a read off of them that you think you could probably navigate this conversation pretty well. He doesn't seem off put by you being here. He just always has that. He has resting grumpy face, right? And that's his go-to composure. He doesn't seem distracted at the moment at all. Like it doesn't feel like he's in the middle of something or doing something else. It's just maybe much like you all. They've reached a moment of impasse where there's not a lot going on to draw onto their attention. So it seems like he welcomes your conversation with him at this point. So yeah.
So the next thing I'm going to do is I am actually going to use deception to play up the piety of the Skye household.
Oh my! Okay.
And kind of show the beacon to him. It's like this is a gift. Even they're like Eston is. Despite what a lot of people believe, Eston does have some faith about him. He even gave me this as a gift, sharing the beacon very quickly. Not like beacon.
Yeah,
put it back.
Yeah, I'll play off your last insight check. So you see a raised eyebrow at that, not like in a bad way, but in more of a like, not, how do I put it? It's
like
not,
he's noticed it.
He's noticed it. You don't see him taken aback by it. You don't seem super pleased by it either. Like he's not like, oh, that's so nice. It's more like Zella. Like you get more of a interesting. And he's just like, oh, he's like not. He mentioned something, but not surprising. He'd heard things about that family regarding Zella. So
yeah, from what I understand, the family was very very stringent Zella followers, or that's where they were directed towards in his youth. Of course, times change and attitudes change, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt the deception with advantage because of the aura.
Oh, okay.
So. Because that's the only way I can do anything, and that's a 20.
Dirty or natural?
Dirty.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter, but that's fine. So yeah, he's like, interesting. He's like, it seems you're having a positive effect on this family. I'm happy to hear that. Anything else?
Well, yes, actually. One of the things that we've come across recently is there's been some activity of a certain sect. I think that the Inquisition has dealt with to the.
We've dealt with many sects.
Well, to the Seekers of the Flame. We think that there may have been some activity here, and it's some of their activity has crossed the Skye household path. And with me knowing about it, I know this is a big ask, but I'd really like to access because I know that the Inquisition has had dealings with them recently. I'd like to possibly access their records just to see if information that we have and information that they have aligns, so that we can hopefully better assist in rooting out the rest of the seekers who may not have been captured by the may not have been interrogated by the Inquisition yet.
I see. Well, since you put it that way, we'll find out after a 5-minute break. And so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break and 5 minutes out of the hour, and we'll find out how Peryn does with the Elder Crane. So listen to some sweet, sweet musics while we do this. I'll see you in 5 after the hour. All right. And most of us are back. All right. So Elder Crane looks at you, and when you say some of those pieces, he looks over at Sister Tay. Again, with your insights, not that he's disappointed, but you feel like he's like, when you say like I've heard, and he's just like, he looks over at Sister Tay. He's just like,
no, I don't want to rat her out.
And but again, not in a bad way, just kind of like, of course. And
like,
and lets you continue to talk about this. So go ahead. I guess you're using a persuasion here, or
yeah, I'm using a persuasion.
Or intimidation. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I saw that picture. I'm not doing intimidation anymore.
Yeah, all right. He's a tall man.
Yeah.
Well, also Sister Tay is a short person. So
yeah, but still, she has that club and it's glowing. So I try not to mess with anybody who has a club that glows.
It's true. All right. So.
Yes, so it'd be persuasion, and I still get
advantage,
and yep. I put the guidance on. So.
So,
oh wait, let me make sure. Yeah, cool. All right. Says 17, and with the guidance that adds an additional D4.
Well, it's already a success. So you can't make it more of a success, but like, I mean, you could kind of, I guess, but not really, unless it's a natural 20, and it's.
I mean, it was a natural, no, but it was a 20 though. So
all right, fair enough. So all successes, so that's great. And we'll get to how that adds to the thing. So he mentions like, yes, the Seekers of Flame are. A nuisance sect. I remember their earlier appearances within the city many years ago, and I thought they had disappeared. It seems they've returned. Something has raised their interest again, and not sure why the moment has come, but either they've been recruiting in secret, as many of these misguided sects do. They've latched on to false idealisms, and so you're not incorrect in that they seem their activity has increased within the city recently. That is not actually why we came. It just coincidentally started occurring when we arrived, and so we have put our attention to it.
Seems like bad timing on their part.
Yes, agreed.
I'm sorry, Elder, but with all due respect, they seem a bit more than a nuisance. We have reason to believe that they're kidnapping citizens. Have they done that in the past?
I believe their obsession with certain scripture has put them on this path in the past, but they are not the only ones to have done such things. There are many who are misguided by certain wordings, phrasings, visions of misguided spiritual leaders.
Well, as I said, their paths, I'm sure they've affected many others, but since they've crossed the path of the Skye family personally,
how so?
Well, some of their associates have been taken, or believe have been taken, and as a matter of fact, one of their number has managed to stop the activity of and stop them in the middle of a kidnapping. So that's how we knew that this sect existed. And I know that since the Inquisition does handle problems such as that, I figured that perhaps there would be something in the records that once we can maybe corroborate some of the things that we know, I could let the Inquisition know of our findings as well, and we would help them in putting an end to this sect. That's my hope, anyway.
See, I would caution against, be careful of guilt by association.
I do understand that. But as you, I'm a faithful servant, and I can only do what it is that the gods will for me to do. And in this instance, aligning myself and assisting in their efforts, especially to stop this sect, is kind of something that I feel most strongly I'm being pointed towards.
I see. This is something I will think about, the access to the records in this regard. The purpose seems noble, but I caution one's heart or mind in how they pursue things. This sometimes is hubris at its worst, when one thinks that they can solve the world's problems on their own.
I have no intention of solving this problem on my own. As I said, I fully intend to provide the information that we have to the Inquisition, just as long as we can confirm what we have is correct as well. I wouldn't want to give the Inquisition the wrong information.
Indeed. This is something, yes, I will ponder more on. What are the Skyes up to in regards to this?
In regards to the sect?
Seekers, yes.
Oh, as I said, one of our number ran across the sect in the midst of kidnapping a small child, an orphan. And they were able to stop them. Unfortunately, the sect apparently decided to end the search themselves and end the conflict in a violent manner by themselves. They took their own lives rather than being captured. Unfortunately, we've lost track of the victim. Hopefully, we'll be able to locate them as well.
I see. Is this something that you're actively pursuing?
Yes.
Because it sounds like a very good idea, and I would highly recommend if someone do so in a short order. As you know, as time goes on, it gets harder and harder to track people. So if this is something that people are thinking of doing, they should definitely consider pursuing this sooner than later.
Well, I'm not a detective, but I may know someone who might be interested in it or might be able to assist with that.
I see. Well, this is something to perhaps discuss more. Do you have dinner plans?
Nothing that I think I can rearrange.
Well, we'd love to join you if you do have plans. We'd love to join you for dinner.
I would personally be honored, but I can't speak for my entire party. If you'll allow me a few moments, so that I can communicate with my group, and but again, I would love to join you, or have you join us.
Yes. We don't know the city that well, so we were hoping that yes, we could join you. Perhaps meet some of these folks that you say are so. It'll help me discern whether a little bit more about your cause.
That makes perfect sense. Yes, no, that's fine. Again, allow me some brief amount of time to just make sure that the plans have not changed, and I will gladly bring you.
Would they not welcome myself and Sister
Oh no,
Sparrow?
why, dude? There'd be absolutely no reason for them not to welcome you as a.
I feel we've already been invited to this soiree. I
Yes.
feel it's
So why? So
we went to another restaurant that you all recommended. I thought you would be there, but no one was there. Thankfully, very kindly, it seemed Eston had covered the bill for us. But again, we thought we would be joining with this esteemed Skye family that you keep speaking of. So
well, I was unaware that of the restaurant that you and I assume Sister Sparrow were invited to, and I'm sure it was probably an oversight. But
yes, I mean tonight would. I mean, again, we have no current plans, and so again, if this is information that you wish, I'm sure this would definitely help expedite my decision making and getting you access to the archives.
Yes, obviously to understand the characters of the people that you are assisting you and assisting the Inquisition.
Yes, for that reason, yes.
Yes. It's like, again, we consider
I'm sensing apprehension in the.
No, I said I considered you an honored guest, sir. With all due respect.
Yeah. All right. Well, whatever time you need, I guess. But to
just
let me know.
Just to inform them that there will be additional plates. Would Sister Tay also be going, or?
Oh, of course.
Oh, there you go. So I would need to know that, obviously. So. But yes, we will.
Do you feel you'll be going to a restaurant that doesn't necessarily have enough seats to accommodate the family and the?
We have been going to a lot of very interesting and establishments and sampling a lot of the city's cuisine.
Oh, so, we would be happy to do such a thing as well. So
well, no, I welcome you to that.
Yes.
I just, I don't want to surprise you to, end up, we invite you to this this feast, and I know you're a man of very modest favors, but if I were to take you to some place and you were expecting something, and we end up in a parking lot where cars stop by and grab food, because that is a likelihood with Eston.
Parking lot.
Yes.
Tell me more. I wish to hear more of what kind of cuisine is this exactly.
Well, I mean, it's different. It's usually something of.
Are these vehicles that have like a kitchen inside of them? Is that what you're speaking of? And
well, there are a few of those, which I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case as well. But
I've heard these are quite popular. These trucks of food.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure, although not completely certain, that might be on the lawn when we have the soiree.
Interesting.
But I don't make the arrangements, however. But I will say that Eston is he has a kind of a whimsical attitude of things, and he may decide that maybe he wants to have a huge cake or some type of
Cake for
some
dinner.
type of gruel that you eat from a trough, or perhaps even some type of pony to entertain the guests. I don't know how, but
You would eat a live pony.
no, to entertain the guests.
Oh.
You wouldn't eat the pony.
Oh, I hope not. That's definitely, I think that's actually legal in this country. I know some places that's actually considered fine cuisine, but not in Vesipon.
No, not in Vesipon. No. But all this to say that I don't entirely know what his plans are. So the more information that I can provide to them,
I see.
The easier it would be to fit you in and to make sure that you.
I hope we are not considered inconvenience to
the not at all.
Skye family and then joining you this evening for a meal.
Never. At any rate, I will just go and inform my people, and then we'll contact you and let you know
you have people
where we will be dining.
Excellent. He lets you, he goes, go please speak to your people.
Thank you. And again, I appreciate your consideration for my request.
Pending.
That's why it's consideration, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead. Give me your 3d6s.
Okay.
And then Veron, could you give me a history roll? See if you recognize I forgot to ask you if you recognize the address.
I rolled a 12 for the thing. Yeah.
All right. Let me add that to your progress.
14 for my history check.
Nice. So 14, 21. So you're 21 out of 30 for your access to Inquisition research. That may be boosted or declined basically based off of your end result here. And if you give me a history roll as well for me? As well for figuring out the location.
Okay. Do I get erudite? Do I get erudite?
No, this was not taught in school. So yeah, it's a good question, but this is definitely not one of those where you
ask. All right.
No, and Frank, what was it again? One more time, what was that number?
I got a 14.
14. Yeah, 14. So yeah,
I got a 14. So
okay. Well, it's all roughly about the same information that Ignatis got, which I think was over 10, right? So, but lower than 15. So yeah. It's a location within the city. You're not super familiar with it. You know, it's probably a bar of some form. That has. It's a bar. Like that's probably has food most likely if you're going for dinner, hopefully. But you're not 100% sure why Eston chose it. It's in a location isn't in like a super nice neighborhood. It's not in a super bad neighborhood. It's just kind of like in your common area. Nothing stands out regarding the location to you all, as far as you know.
No ethnicity.
No, it's Vesipon, but it's not like upper class. Like you went to an upper class Vesipon restaurant the other day. It's definitely like local Vesipon establishment.
So probably like a dive bar.
Maybe.
All right. I will.
So what peoples do you call in regards to this? Because I'm curious how you're getting the coordinating this with the folks that are meeting up at a certain time. Let's see.
I mean, honestly, I would probably reach out to Frank
on his cell phone.
Oh, that's right. He's out too. I grab a pigeon and just throw it. And just like tie something to its leg and just throw it in that direction. Honestly, I just wanted to leave.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And that whole composure thing and the thing, yeah, I'm hyperventilating.
So are you just
slightly.
are you just like Irish goodbye? Are you just like stealthing out like and going?
You're ghosting
or...
Elder Crane.
No, I can't. I can't ghost him. So okay. So I've got no way. I don't really know. Like I know where the address is. I
You know
just
the
don't
address.
know.
You know what time
Okay.
you're supposed to get there.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Like honestly, the best you could do in this situation is potentially call the house.
Yeah.
And speak to Miss Dreadmire, but she's just like
Yeah, I would call the house, and actually this is what I would do. I would call the house. I would say, Miss Dreadmire, did Eston give us any directives as far as people that we're able to invite?
No.
Could you inform him that there will be 2 additional plates?
I don't think that would be possible. I'll inform the restaurant that they'll
That would
be
however that works.
No, I believe Eston's already left for the destination.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Give me wisdom roll here.
All right.
It's not for what you think it's for. So
it's a 12.
12. No, nothing strange about that conversation. So all right.
About the conversation I just had with Dreadmire.
Yeah. Nothing pops up on you. So you're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
In that case, I will return to the elder and say, well, good news. I've prepared my people as best I can for your additional arrival. And as a matter of fact, if
every time you say my people, he gets like a rock.
Like, what are you talking about? People? Where is people? Yeah.
Yeah. His people. What is he talking about? But all right. Yeah.
The staff at the house.
Uh-huh.
So I've let them know to expect additional members for the party. And as a matter of fact, I would be honored to, if you have a conveyance, or if you don't, I'd be more than happy to see if we can arrive together.
That would be much appreciated. So my question down to everyone is how are you all getting to the? I mean, nothing's too far away. Are we all waiting for Hans to pick you up and take you over there, or are you all going to make your way over there on your own? If you are making there on your own, like how like what time are you trying to get there?
Well, now that I have guests, I'm probably going to have to get a car.
It's easily enough. The cars are easy enough to
So I was gonna, or
as long as it's with the taxi union.
Yeah,
as long as it's with the taxi union. Yeah, again.
You want to piss them off?
Or you can, but what you usually want to do is like just keep an eye out to make sure there's no taxis actually driving around when you get your ride share to pick you up.
Maybe don't have your pigeon in your hand.
Yeah.
Maybe you flatten their tires before you go. And we will. I'll try to arrive there maybe 5 minutes after the time that we were supposed to be there.
Okay. Reggie, how are you getting there? What do you?
How long of a walk would it be?
That's not too bad of a walk.
I'll walk there and I'll.
It's not a bad. Again, it's not in a bad neighborhood. I don't have the
yeah.
It's in an area that's like nice enough, but it's very. I mean, you're walking up to it. It's in a very nondescript area. It's like there's housing and like brickstones and whatever, and then there's the building itself. The building's not very large. It looks like a small. I won't say dive bar, but it's a bar. For sure, right? Like
yeah. And I leave the Brass Rose at the time that I'm supposed to be at dinner because I've been drinking and I've lost track of time.
Okay, so you'll be a bit late, probably a little bit later than Peryn even. Okay, that's fair. Ignatis,
I'd wait for Hans to pick me up.
Yep, Hans will pick you up, take you over that way. not a problem at all. Especially since like you were kind of all over the place, kind of tracking down information, so that kind of makes sense. But Hans gets you there on time, so yeah. Unless for some reason you decide to delay his ability to be on time, and then he will look at you begrudgingly.
No, I'm fine with
that. All right. And Frank?
Oh, I'll get a car and I will be there on time.
On time. All right. So, all right. So Frank pulls up in a car on time. Right about the same time, obviously, Hans is pulling up. Hans tips his hat to Ignatis and says, enjoy your meal. And kind of just like he parks. You see him go down the road a bit and park off to the side, like down the street. And then you see him kind of like fix the one of the mirrors, side mirrors, like towards the bar.
Torvin around?
Give me a perception check.
That'd be a no. That was a nat 1, so a 6.
Nat 1. Yeah, there are a lot of ravens around because there are a lot of ravens in. But you don't see any. You definitely don't see any overly sized one-eye cataract.
Fair enough.
Ravens around. Yeah. So you and Ignatis arrive about the same time. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah. So did Eston ride with Hans, or I see something? Is he's already there, or?
You're outside the building right now, so you have not gone inside yet at this point. Okay. So, I mean, you step inside, you see it is again, I wouldn't say dive bar. It's a bar. There are probably about 5 or 6 tables. There's the bar itself. Eston there's 2 tables kind of in the back, so it fits about 8 people, so 4 and 4 to a table. Eston is in the corner of the bar, like the 2 tables are in the far back corner, away from the door. Eston's sitting in the corner. He's been there for a little bit, with because you can tell that his glass has some sweat to it, and the ice has melted a little bit, so he's obviously been kind of drinking this drink for a little bit. And you don't see Torvin anywhere in the bar itself, but the bar does, I won't say has high raft, but usually he's a little bit closer to Eston when those things are. Peryn, and then as far as there's a bartender, there seems to be a waitress gathering, serving drinks. The rest of the place is pretty, I won't say packed, but busy. There's a lot of folks that's of all kinds of walks of life in there, going in and out, and some people are going to the back of the bar, where you assume there is either another room, and also the restrooms are back that way as well. So Peryn, when you guys arrive, you all arrive in your car. The Elder Crane does make a comment that this is an interesting establishment. Are we to eat food here?
Well, from my understanding, bars and establishments like this will usually have some type of meal preparation.
Yeah, some type.
It's usually not a good idea to drink on an empty stomach, so I understand.
Fair enough.
Real quick, is there any signage or anything?
Bar.
Okay, that's all right. Sure.
Yeah, it's like beer. Yeah.
Okay.
Light beer. Yeah. But no, it's this bar. It doesn't actually have any signage, other than, again, it's just a kind of bar outside. But it's otherwise semi industry. You're not, again, from the everyone's history rolls, nobody's really sure. I mean, it's a bar. People probably go here. There's nothing about this place that makes you go, man, I want to check that place out. It doesn't say like 2 chicken or anything like that, like, you know, any, or like 2 fishes or any, like, doesn't have anything like outside of it that would make you go 2 fishes. I got to see what that's about, right? Like, it's just this bar, right? So
unmarked bar. That sounds not sketch at all.
Exactly, right? So yeah. Unlike all the places you've been to before, you've been to a nice restaurant, you've been to popular college places for folks to eat. This one's definitely, you know, off the radar as far as even for you all to be picking up on. So
Elder, I know in all your travels you've eaten in many different types of establishments. I'm sure this will be very little difference from what you've had to do, what you had before.
We'll see. We'll see. And you all enter the Ignatis and Veron, since you got there first, where do you all decide to sit when you come in? I'll give you all a little. Eston acknowledges you all, and
I'll walk right over to Eston and grab the seat next to him in the corner.
I'll grab the seat on the other side.
All right.
Comfy.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a interesting place you got here, Eston. Wave down the waitress. Just a beer.
And she just walks on by, and keeps going. At this point, you pretty positive that she heard you, but
she's a pro. She's a pro. It's fine. She's got that.
Yeah. And then when Peryn enters, and then the Elder Crane behind him, and then the Sister Tay Sparrow behind them. But they're hard to see since the Elder Crane is so much more towering. Looks about, and then you hear well, actually give me a perception roll, the two of you, Ignatis and Veron. I mean, Peryn could try. If it's a very high, you can try it, Peryn. It'll be.
I'm busy. I mean, I'll try it, but I have to find these.
An 8. The rolls keep hitting.
I rolled a 19.
I got an 11.
11. You know, the 11 you hear roughly like, well, that complicates things. And on the 19, you know, I'm just gonna give it to you on the 19. It's close enough for you definitely see Eston say that complicates things. As you all enter. And you on the 19, you also notice that Eston takes his cane and he moves it off to the side, and he takes his hand off of the cane when the elder emerges into the building itself. Without at this point, Peryn, you could pick where you're gonna sit, but the Elder Crane immediately moves to the seat opposite of Eston, ahead of you. If you want to contest that with athletics or strength, you can, but it's
nope.
It's definitely
I am not built for that. That is okay. He can have that chair.
It's definitely a power move at this point where he's like,
Eston, I'd like to introduce you to Elder Crane and
Elder Crane.
His associate, Sister Tay Sparrow.
Sister Sparrow. I hear you'll be joining our soiree, and as I can see, you'll be joining us for dinner this evening. And Elder Crane goes, I hope that is to your satisfaction. And Eston goes, of course. We love such company amongst ourselves. It is an honor of the Skye family to host such folks as yourselves and folks the church. So please. I mean, Elder Crane, at this point, Elder Crane's already sat down, right? Like, so, like, there was no like, and then Reggie arrives just a little bit after.
Oh, Farring's going to introduce himself. Hey, Farring Turn. Rock and Winners Advocates. It's a pleasure to meet you. Elder Crane. Stick out a hand to shake.
An advocate. I see. He doesn't respond back with a shake.
Followed up with the finger guns. Cool.
At which the finger guns. At which point you see Sister Tay Sparrow start to move forward, but then realize it's just a hand gesture, and is a everybody at this point. So Reggie, you see a lot of this going on when this is all happening. So the time is about the same. Give me insight on the room.
All right.
This is for everybody.
Okay.
So, yeah.
8.
Oh.
I've been drinking.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
11. I've not been drinking yet. I'm getting there.
16 for me.
16.
14 for me.
14. Okay. 11 and 14. 6. Okay. So Reggie, what you notice is that when you enter, you don't notice anybody else, but you do notice that Sister Tay Sparrow notices you when you but everything else is whatever. So
I slightly stumble at the door, wink at her, and then go up to the bar to get a drink before grabbing a chair and bringing it over to the table.
Well, there's plenty of chairs at the table. You don't need to bring a chair.
Oh, okay.
So
well, then before I go to the bar and then come back to the table.
All right, that's fair. For was it 8? You said, Peryn? No, wait. You got
mine was 11.
11. Everybody, give me their numbers again, because again,
I got 14.
16.
Okay, 11, 14, 16. Okay, so the 11 and the 14. You noticed when the patrons at the bar. So when you all first kind of enter, they all kind of look at you what are these people kind of doing here? The 16. You notice some of the patrons really raise an eyebrow at the two Inquisition members being in the bar. It definitely, and the bartender too, kind of this is what is this kind of thing. But other than that, you all sit down. So at this point, it's Essen in the corner and Ignatis and Veron next to them. The Elder Crane sitting across from Eston. The other table, I guess Peryn and Reggie sit down. Yeah. And Sister Sparrow sits next to Reggie. Yeah.
Your Peryn, your family or ours?
I guess I would say my family. But they since we had already offered them to sample some of the other meals here, they thought that it would be a good idea, since they hadn't met Eston officially, that this will be a good way to do that. And they didn't have any plans, so they thought that it would be a good time to come and dine with us and discuss things that maybe need to be discussed.
Well, you picked the I guess not best restaurant.
Oh, I didn't pick this.
No, I was talking to not you.
I would probably agree, even though you're not talking to me.
I mean, it's a general note to the table. All right, but I turned to Sister Sparrow. Sorry you didn't come on a better restaurant night.
This is better fare than most of the food that we usually have, to be honest.
I'm sorry.
We live a simple life. It's not necessary for us to eat in grandeur.
The waitress comes by again. Is it the beer?
She just slams a chalkboard kind of thing on the table with the with the listing of food that's available on it, and then keeps going. And at this point, Elder Crane kind of looks at us and he's like, interesting choice of establishments. And Esther goes, yes, I had heard from some folks that I knew that this place would be of interest to try out. So we decided to put it on our list. He's like, oh, I do, and he reaches into his pocket. He's like, I do recommend filling out the card. If this does, particularly the tastes of this establishment are to your pleasing, we'll make sure to have it at the soirée. Not spoiler. I don't want to. This food may be something that you get to have again if you still like it. And it's a very tough handoff, and then he passes the cards around, and they're just looking at each other. And I would now at this point give me everybody you do this. Give me perception rolls.
Jesus.
14 for me.
What was that? 15?
14.
14. All
Frank.
right. From
22.
22. All right.
I got a 13.
13.
6.
6. Okay. 6. The only thing you notice is that Sister Sparrow has moved her seat closer to you in the time that you've been there. But she's not drinking or anything like that. She's just like there's like some like peanuts that she's doing it and chatting. But there's nothing else on tour. It's just that the seat is that she's but that's the only thing you notice, like if that's even to be noticed per se. Yeah. The over 10 but below 15, you notice that there's an exchange going on between Eston and Elder Crane that seems to be like they're acknowledging each other, but also looking around the establishment at something that you all aren't picking up on at this point. Ignatis, you had over 20, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you notice that they notice that people in the bar have started to move in different areas of the bar. Some have gone to the back, some have moved to the front of the bar, and the waitress has disappeared from the front bar area as a whole. And you just hear a comment at this point from Elder Crane to Eston. He's like, expecting trouble. And he's like, Eston goes, always. And at that point in time, you start to you notice, Ignatis, that some folks in the establishment have a brand on their bodies that you recognize as the eye and the flame inside. And we will roll for initiative when we come back next week.
So what are you drinking, Father?
It's a good day to be drunk.
Was he drinking the blood of the corrupt?
Yeah. Well, everyone starts to move into a certain movement and everything like that. So you will tables start to shift. So you'll be moving into combat next week as we pick up from there. But before we go this evening, let's
$5 on the Paladin, Reggie.
You'll get the That's true. We don't know, right? What how this situation is lining up, right? In this moment, we'll see, but we'll find out next week who's going to be standing where and on what side. But before we fade fully to black, let's find out who is with us this week, who they be, where they be found on the interwebs, and what they be doing when they're not here being cool with the House of Skye. So Ariel.
I'm Ariel Caston, and you can find me on socials at Ariel Caston or on my podcast, Large Nerdron Collider.
Recent episode?
Yep, we did last week. We aren't having one this week because my co-host is heading to the mountains, but we'll be back after that.
All right, awesome. Matt Walsh.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt Walsh. I can be found on most socials at Matt P. Walsh. Otherwise, you can find me here on Tuesday nights. And I am on Discord as well. So if you're on the Play on Words Studios Discord, you can find me there.
Yeah, we do some chattering here and there. I was just traveling, so I haven't been as chattery really, but I'm back now. So expect more posts over on the Discord for sure. Winston, what you got going on?
I'm Winston Clark. I can be found on my socials at Subconscious Eye Studios at Instagram, as well as Subconscious Eye on Facebook. And that's probably because I have the Subconscious Eye webcomic, which can be found at subconsciouseye.com. Apparently there's a link somewhere.
There's a link somewhere. And did you recently contribute some art to a project that we of some associates of ours?
Yes. There was a game book that was also just got kickstarted, or just finished kickstarting. It's Nevermore. If you are into a like a gothic horror type
Edgar Allan Poe-ish,
very Edgar Allan Poe-ish, then I highly advise that you take a look at that.
Set in Baltimore.
Yeah.
It's a little folkish. Has some monsters, some supernatural in there. Written by the Ian Lemke, by the way. If you're so check it out. The Nepet. I never know how to say the name of the company. Anyway, it's called Nevermore. You should check it out. If you put into the interwebs the Ian Lemke Nevermore, you will find it. You can pre-order it still before it goes on sale. Definitely check it out.
Yeah,
I play tested it back in the day. It was pretty cool.
You can also drive it on Drive-Thru.
Drive-Thru RPG. You say? Well, there you go. There's another place to look for it. So, yeah, little boost for our good friend the Ian Lemke. All right, and Matthew Bell, what's up?
I got nothing after that. I'm Matthew Bell. You can find me on Instagram or Discord or here on Tuesday nights for Shadow City Mysteries.
You could be like, I'm the Matthew Bell.
I am the Matthew Bell.
But you're not the Ian Lemke. So that's
and you can find me tomorrow watching USA.
Oh yeah. There's a thing going on here. So definitely check that out. Also shout out to the incredible team behind Shadow City Mysteries. Game design and writing, Stephen Chaney and Brandon Stoddard. Tarot design and additional writing, Rabbit Stoddard. Character art, Adam Schubert, who did that cool image of all these characters, and then of course Elder Crane and Sister Tay Sparrow. Tarot design and I already did that one. There we go. Tarot art, Luana Zara, and UI and graphic art, Flora Ciortino of the Wanderer's Tome. I'm Christopher Mifsud. I've been your game master and host this evening. You can find me at the Magical Mr. Mifsud. Press start. Here we go. Press start leadership. If you're into that kind of thing, most people aren't. Which is all about game design and leadership or whatever. And then of course, Play on Words Studios. We're all over the place, posting things. Eventually, that cool image that was at the beginning of the show. If you're tuning in, you're still here, and you haven't been following us, give us a follow. That way, obviously, you lasted this long, and you enjoyed it enough to keep listening. So give us a follow, subscribe, wherever you're checking this out. We do appreciate it. It helps us know that you care, and we care that you care. If you want, join Patreon. We love it. It's free you get access to most things, and if you want to pay, that's cool too. There's other tiers. You get access to some extra stuff. This game that we're running is based off of a game that we've made and also did thing. So you can pre-order it if you want. Yeah, all those things are available to you. Anyway, that was me trying to cover all the things I never cover and during one of these shows. So that's that. We'll see if we do that again in the future. Until next time, though, we'll see you in the shadows. Get ready to see what happens in a bar fight that somebody requested not too long ago. So let's see how y'all do in a bar fight. All right. Next time. Ciao.